Hello everyone, my name is Riipleys and today we're finally building with the new Decor to the Max kit that just came out last week. I haven't had time to build with it yet, but I finally got the time to sit down with it and I actually really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. So we're just building a small apartment here in San Myshuno. I started out with the kitchen because the kitchen and living area is the same room. I wanted to give an idea of how big the space actually was by placing the kitchen first. With the kitchen I used mainly the country kitchen kit and a little bit of cottage living there just to change the upper cabinets up a little bit. Then this kit is mainly like living room stuff, and I'm starting with that now. This couch, I did struggle a little bit with the layout at first because we had quite a tight space. But I ended up putting it up against this wall here and I actually really like how this area turned out in the end. I'm also using that new wallpaper there in the back with the roses, and we're also using the other two new wallpapers in the bedroom as well. And in the whole area we also have that paneling from Eco Lifestyle. I'm just kind of shuffling around the kitchen now to get more space, but at this point I'm just looking at the kit. I hadn't really looked at what we got yet. Now I'm just kind of pulling out everything, looking at seeing how we can use it. As I'm going through this build, I'm actually not like focusing on one room at a time, but I more jump back and forth between the bedroom and the living and kitchen area. I tried to get two of these new armchairs in as well, but after a while I realized that I could only really fit one in, which I also think looked better in the end, so I did end up keeping the pink one. And also this lamp, this floor lamp, I love it so much. It's like the best piece of this kit. I am so in love with this lamp. I love how it just kind of hangs over and I love how big it is. I think it's really like the best piece we got in the entire kit. I also used the like wall gallery at the back above the couch there. Super cute, a lot of new swatches on that as well. With this kit, of course, it's being decored to the max. It's very maximalist. It's kinda, I love all the pieces, but of course you need to use them in a way that isn't too much, which using other kits as well and mixing that in I think it really helped. Also using these quite neutral floorboards as well as some white walls to offset the wallpaper, I think really helped. I also really love this kind of like wall paneling thing that we got. I think it really gives the room a little bit more luxury without doing too much. I also tried to use this kind of like vortex wormhole mirror thing. I didn't end up using it because I didn't really have enough space for it. The same with that like room divider as well. It's quite big. I kind of wish that it was like cut in half and you can kind of like stack them instead. I didn't end up using that because I thought it was too much as well. And this fireplace, I really love this fireplace. I think it's so nice, and I know a lot of people said that it's quite similar to the paranormal one, which it is. But I think that the swatches on this fireplace is a lot more, they're more usable than the paranormal one, and I actually really love the swatch that I used. The kind of like mint greeny color. I think that looked really nice in this room. This room is quite pink and it does keep, it stays quite pink as well. I used a lot of Dream Home Decorator in the bedroom. I think that kind of went with the style quite well. For the living area, I think I'm about to put in a dining table here. The two chairs that are closest to the wall, closest to the window, actually don't function, unfortunately, but this is also an apartment for two sims, so I wasn't too worried about that. One of the chairs of course be in the corner there, and later on I do have to push the pink armchair back a little bit, which makes the other chair unusable. But then, with that said, we do have two chairs left on the table that is usable, as well as the breakfast table. And then for the bedroom here, I used again a lot of Dream Home Decorator. I haven't used this kind of like this closet set in a long time, but I really thought this bit in here. I kept the standard swatches on those clothes, which I did originally plan to change them, but considering how pink that room is, I thought they went pretty well with that. And then I put out some stuff from paranormal. I think that the paranormal stuff really goes well with this kit, so I think they go pretty seamlessly with this kit actually, which I'm sure that they are influenced by the same styles, and I think that looked really nice in here. Then I used the other like end table, console table, whatever you want to call them, in the hallway here, I didn't do too much with the hallway. I did kind of struggle with the hallway a little bit with just what I want to put in there, but in the end I just put in like a mirror and like shoes and that's the normal kind of stuff that I usually put in. And then I kind of went on like a mirror frenzy. I just put mirrors everywhere. I put a big mirror behind the closet area as well as putting a mirror above the fireplace. We also have a mirror like you saw in the hallway as well as in the living room, so we do have a lot of mirrors in this place. I also put this armchair by the window, which I thought was really nice, kind of like a changing armchair, like you could sit and change your clothes there if you wanted to, which yeah is right by a window, but also we live quite high up in the city, so I think it's fine. I do also eventually put in curtains in here as well, so you can always close those for privacy. I think I ended up using the movie hangout one in the bedroom, and then I used the eco lifestyle ones in the living area. I thought that was the best, and I thought that looked pretty nice. Used some neutral curtains in the living area. I was having a little bit more fun in the bedroom. I also really love this new rug that we got. When I first saw it in the prom pictures, I really thought it looked like the one that we got from Cats and Dogs a lot, but looking at it closer now, I don't really think they are as similar as I thought, and I really love the swatch that I used. Also, it's the same rug in the living room, which I absolutely adore as well. I think it looks so nice, and I think it goes really well with like the living vibe that we had, and with all the furniture that came with the living. I didn't end up using a lot of the living, which maybe it was a missed opportunity considering that we are in San Myshuno, but they just didn't speak to me, I guess. But like I said, I really love that swatch with the birds. I think it looks super lovely. And then I just kinda went in, added a lot of plants around the place, added a lot of clutter. I ended up moving that statue to the coffee table, and then I'm just kinda going through trying to find some type of paintings to put around the place. I did kinda struggle with painting a little bit, but I think that overall with the wallpaper being quite busy, I didn't really need it. I might have put a little bit too much on the wall, considering that the wallpaper is kind of supposed to be the main thing, but overall I think that it all went really well together. And then we had this fire thing that we got, I think it was the update before Christmas, that's kind of like fire tools, and I really liked that I put that by the fireplace. I just kind of remembered it by whim. They're like, oh yeah, we have that. So I put it there, and I think it actually looks really nice. It's just kind of like tucked. It's just kind of tucked by the fireplace there, but I think it's just a nice little detail. But I think it's just like a nice little detail. And then I ended up putting a plant in that corner because I thought like we could put a plant in that corner. So like I had an empty corner, and I think that plants usually go in those empty corners. Then I'm just using these Get Famous lamps. I think they really go well with this style. And also that like mirror wall thing that we got behind the bed, I think that went really well there. And then here you can see that that window by the kitchen actually glitched out, which was super annoying, but just going out of the building, coming back in, kind of fixed it. Of course, normally you could pick them up, but because we are in an apartment, I couldn't do that. But I still put the curtains there as a reminder that it is actually a window there, so that I wouldn't put like a painting or something over it. For the kitchen, I didn't really end up decorating it too much. I kept it quite empty. It's quite a small kitchen, so I wanted to make sure that it was fully functional and that you simply could cook there. And I did actually end up playtesting everything in the end, so everything was playtested, everything should work fine. Moving on to the hallway area here again, I think I mentioned it a little bit quickly earlier, but I'm just kind of putting in some shoes and a coat hanger and that kind of stuff. I didn't really know what to do with this space. It was quite cramped and small, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, so I just kind of did my usual stuff, nothing too special. Putting some planters on the wall. It's quite a small space, so I did what I could. With the bathroom, I did really struggle with this bathroom. This is actually my second attempt at just seeing. I did attempt to do a completely different bathroom, but I ended up just hating it. I couldn't make it work, so I just deleted everything I did and started over. And that's what you see here. Using this spot shower, I actually really like it. And then using these mirrors from Winter's Glamour, I think that they really fit with this style that I was building. And yes, the mirror is in the shower, which I thought that normally you probably wouldn't want a mirror in the shower, but for this build I kind of thought it fit for some reason. Like, I thought that these people that live here definitely would have a mirror in the shower, and although I don't think that most people would want a mirror in the shower. These people do. With that said, we're about to jump into the tour, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all very soon. Riipley out.